And ever since 2XXX, there have been a large amount of cases of men cutting off women's heads. K-City and N-Ward, both of them, are in the vicinity of Kobazuka Daimyojin. They would mutter that and die of a stroke. I wanted them to wear red. All the men ended up crippled in prison. The autopsy revealed a vascular mycelium had grown in their brain. It clogged blood flow and caused the death. An unnatural death. Infected with killing intent by a cursed fungus. It can also kill the host. We see Keitaro has 2 heads now. She opens the door and removes the other head. Its recovery speed is much faster than at the inn. It's taking power from Daimyojin to strengthen the curse. She pulls a rope from her bag. Eiko is shocked and asks, that is. She replies, like how we seal the graduates. It will slow the curse's recovery. With this kind of curse, no matter how many times you destroy it, it will come back until the root cause is solved. The seal has bought us time, but it will still recover. Eiko, we need to get to where the curse originates from. We need to figure that out first. However, the curse seems to be originating from Daimyojin, but I can't tell if it's another curse's influence. To completely solve this, we need to pin where the curse is manifesting, whether it's a ghost or a fetish, and destroy it. Eiko replies, got it. She says, Eiko, can you check the information you hacked to see if any incidents happened at Daimyojin? I'll keep an eye on Keitaro and make some preparations to calculate the source. Eiko asks, preparations? She says, dowsing with a hair from the S-tunnel ghost and a piece of the curse instead of a 5-yen coin. Keitaro, it might be hard, but hold this. The curse itself, plus Keitaro has great ghost sense if we let him look for the source. We see the string on the tablet moves. The direction changed. I knew it was in all probability, but still. Eiko says no more doubt it's manifesting at Daimyojin. There's no more chance of it being anywhere else. She asks, anything happened there in the past? Eiko says yeah. A mother and daughter were killed in 2XXX. That's probably the earliest case. She says, I'm not sure if it's the god of Daimyojin or something else though. If it's a human's curse, then the danger is much lower. Keitaro can't move, so it's risky to bring him. But we have to. We've got an idea of the source and location. Now we've got to go to Daimyojin and deal with it. Eiko replies, right. Eiko asks, but what if we get cursed before saving Kaikun? She replies, it should be fine, seems like it's only affected men. She says the first time we went there was nothing aside from the god, right? Eiko replies, right. I remember you saying that curses are made from energy supplied by ghosts. If that's gone, then how is it continuing? That means the soul of the one behind the curse has disappeared. Most likely, the only thing left is the curse. Eiko is confused. This is a power spot. Even without the culprit, the curse can still exist. With an infinite supply of energy, it can continue in perpetuity. Eiko asks then, there's nothing we can do? She says there should be something the sentiments are clinging to that's become the source of the curse, like back with Angel, Salma. If we break it, the curse will disappear. More importantly, even though it's been sealed, the closer we get to Daimyojin, the faster the curse will recover. I'll have to stay close to him, so I need you to find the fetish. Eiko replies, all right, leave it to me. They arrive in front of the shrine. No odd flow of power from the Shintai. No signs of a ghost. If anything goes wrong, I'll be right there. Eiko says, got it. All right, here I go. Eiko starts, and we see Keitaro is in pain, and suddenly a second head starts to appear. Here it comes. The power spot is raising the power of the curse more than I expected.
So fast.
She again removes the head. She asks Keitaro, are you all right? We see the thrown face saying while laughing, a red dress really suits you. It's starting to eat into his consciousness. It's penetrating the inside. She again removes it. She tries again. The substitutes are keeping Keitaro safe. As long as it's just spiritual impurities forming, I can cut them out. We see the cycle continues.
And again.
Eiko still hasn't. I can't tell if it is safe to breathe it in or. There's nothing else I can do to stop the curse from progressing though. Every time I cut the curse, it scatters a spore-like substance. We see Eiko is trying hard. Yayoi-chan can't see where the fetish is. So that means a place you can't notice at a glance, or a blind spot. But where? We see pictures around the shrines. She tries again. We see the string moves again. We see a lot of smoke suddenly. The scattered spores are forming a fog. We see the face on the ground saying red dress, a red dress really suits you. We see a man in office. Is it trying to tell me something? What the? There are images floating in the fog. But what? We see the wife saying to her husband, I'm pregnant. She says these are from the man who made the curse, his memories. We see the man is very happy and says that's amazing. That's great. It is so great. We see no reaction from the wife. The man says I gave you that necklace when we were dating for our 1-year anniversary. Come to think of it, you still treasure that, and we're finally gonna have a baby. And then 5 years later, we got married. It has been 12 years since university. Still no reaction from the wife. We see man dreaming of the happy life with his family, but there is a twist. Bitter truth, it also happens in real life. We see his wife is sleeping next to another man, and the man says that naive CUCK still doesn't know it is mine. The wife says he'll never suspect I was in a relationship before we got married. He'll never figure it out. The man says he has no idea you've been having an affair for 20 years, forced to work hard, raising another man's brat. There's nothing more humiliating. You can't get this kind of entertainment for money. It is the best kind of play, right? I was surprised when you told me to marry him though. By the way, I have a favor to ask of you. The wife says Ayako's gotten attached to you too. The man replies it was worth it to educate her by giving her an allowance. We see the man with his wife and daughter. She says, my wedding ceremony. I don't want you to attend. The man is shocked and says what? She continues, this man is my real father. We've been meeting often since I was small. I want my real father at my wedding. The man is heartbroken. He says, what? What are you talking about? The wife says, so following that, I'll pay reparations, so sign this. The man is shocked and asks, this whole time, I never noticed and you never said a thing? Since you were small, just how long? The daughter replies, since I was 5, Dad's sad to keep it a secret. We see the man in shock and sees the man beside his wife. And says, so you prefer a rich, good-looking father over a miserable one like me. We see him recall all his moments with his daughter. We see him alone with crying and says, what the hell have I been doing for the last 30 years? We see the wedding reception. The board saying welcome to our wedding is completely covered in blood. All the people are killed. The real father of his daughter is killed brutally. ESMR death LOL. Every person is killed. We see shrine and the man with chainsaw covered but blood and speaks. Eve always thought so, Ayako. We see his daughter and wife are brutally killed and thrown in front of a tree. We see the man while crying says a red dress really suits her way more than a white one. We see the scenery and the man puts the chainsaw against his neck and says, even if I disappear forever, carry on my grief to make an honest world. Oh God, I hurt so many people and felt nothing. I think I should disappear. Ayako. We see a lot of blood is thrown. We see a couple of headless bodies. We see a string. The smoke is cleared. We see Keitaro is struggling.
And he suddenly attacks Yayoi.
She is shocked. Eiko shouts, Yayoi-chan. Oh no. Gotta hurry. Keitaro, while holding back, says, I cannot control my arms. She thinks what I just saw was the underlying sentiment of the curse. The chain of murders since 2XXX are a result of that man's resentment because he coincidentally visited this land. A curse of infectious murderous intent that drives men to harm women. It is too late to confirm with his soul. In spite of that, it remains. Eiko found it and shouts, there it is. This is it. She tries to break it with her full strength, but she fails and says won't break. She says something I can use. She sees the car and says that's IT. She takes out a metal grill and carefully pulls the string under it and drives through the grill with full speed. Finally, IT breaks, and Keitaro is free from the curse. Eiko says while running Kaikyuen, Yayoi-chan. She says somehow, and Eiko replies, thank God. We see the situation is finally under control. Both the girls are inspect the string. She says the people around you were terribly cruel, but that doesn't mean you are allowed to kill and maim others. Tough talk. Eiko says yeah. Keitaro thinks I was saved because of the people close to me. I was lucky and says I can't. Thank you both enough for all the times you've saved me. She replies it is only natural. She says a lot happened, but IT was quite the struggle, but it should be all good now. Let's head back to the inn and get some rest. The second spot has fallen. Eiko says a rare case where there was nothing evil in the spot itself. To which she agrees. We see the shrine. We see the sky. We see the sealed graduate is moving and says, yo, can you hear me, brother? Little by little for 1,000 years without getting found out, little by using other people's curses. 1,000 years. The man who started it all too. I lured them in by promising nirvana and ate them. Over the decades, all the souls affected by the fungus curse. I figured he had finished IT. Sometimes pretending to be a god and giving blessing to the visitors. All to hide my favorite curse. Hey, brother. Join me. The time of my revival is near. Once we're free, you are promised a paradise where you can kill and kill and kill. We'll work together for our mutual freedom. By this, shouldn't Doji.